Okay, section 2.6 is going to introduce us to another way to do proofs, which is the use of a flow chart. It works pretty much the same way as the two-column proofs. Um, Again, you're always going to start with what's given to you for information, which is angles 1 and 2 are right angles. From that, you can go to the measure of angle 1 is equal to 90 degrees, measure of angle 2 is equal to 90 degrees because that's the definition of a right angle. Then you could use the transitive property of an equality to state that the measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 2. And finally, with the definition of congruent angles, you can state that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Okay, so going on, we're looking at the bottom down here. We're looking at two theorems being introduced, the congruent supplements theorem that says that if angles 1 and 2 are supplementary and 3 and 2 are supplementary, 1 and 3 are then congruent. And the congruent complements theorem, remember complements add up to 90 degrees, so if angles 4 and 5 are complementary and angles 6 and 5 or 5 and 6 are complementary, then angles 4 and 6 are congruent. Alright, the problem at the bottom is asking us to do proving a case of congruent supplements theorem. So we are given that 1 and 2 are supplementary and 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 are supplementary. I'm going to do this two column. In the examples, you'll see a flow chart. The difference is on the flow chart, you'll see it starting with two givens, and once it gets to the measure of angles, it's going to go and start in one track. Go ahead and look at that in the information at the top of the assignment. So we're going to go angles 1 and 2 are supplements. Angles 3 and 2 are supplements. And that information is given to us. Remember, we're doing the reasons on the side, on the right side, statements on the left. So then, by the definition of that, we can go measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees. And the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees. And that is the definition of supplements. All right. From that, we can say that, and I'm going to have to write this on two lines because I don't have a lot of room. So we're going to write the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is going to be equal to the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2. That is using the transitive property. Of equality. With that, we can subtract the measure of angle 2 from both of those using the subtraction property of an equality. So that way we get measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. And that is the subtraction property that we used. Finally, since we have that, we can say that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, and that's the definition of congruent angles. Alright, here we have the linear pair postulate saying that angles 1 and 2 form a linear pair, so angles 1 and 2 therefore are supplementary and add up to 180 degrees. And then vertical angles are congruent because of the same thing, and we're going to prove that. I'm going to do a 2-column proof, but in the example you'll also see a paragraph proof which is written out. You might want to look at that because you might see some of those. I'm just going to put S and R up here for statements and reasons. Okay, looking down here at the bottom of the picture, we see that angles 5 and 7 are vertical angles. Angle 5 and angle 7 are vertical. Excuse me. And that's given. And we want to prove that angle 5 is congruent to angle 7. So we can go along and say that angle 5 and angle 6 are a linear pair. Angle 5 and angle 6 are a linear pair, and I'm just going to use abbreviations. And the angles 6 and 7 are a linear pair. Angle 6 and angle 7 are a linear pair. And that's the definition of a linear pair. Again, I'm going to abbreviate that. So now we can go that angle 5 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. And we can go angle 6 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. And that is the linear pair postulate. From that, we can use actually, instead of 180 degrees, I want to use that they're supplementary. Finally, we can say that angle 5 is congruent to angle 7 because of congruent supplements. Theorem. Lastly, this just shows you the 3 different methods of doing proofs. So you can use a 2-column proof, which I think most of what I'm going to have you working on in Edulastic is going to show. You can create flowcharts, and you can actually write that out in a paragraph proof.